Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the Metalverse. Today, we're going to talk about silver. It is rapidly approaching all-time highs. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the sale on Into the Cryptoverse Premium at intothecryptoverse.com. Let's go ahead and jump in. So, we did a video on this a few weeks ago. I think we called it like Silver Eyes all-time highs or something like that, back when it was at 40. But now it's at 46, and so it is getting relatively close. If you look over here at the prior all-time high, it was right around $49.83. So what I think is the most likely outcome here is for silver to sweep the prior all-time high. Okay? That seems like the most likely outcome. Gold did something very similar. It just took silver a longer time to get there. But so see what gold did. It basically rallied up to the prior all-time high. It extended beyond it a little bit, right? It went beyond it, about 8% or so, and then it ended up getting about a 20% drop. All right. So I could see something happening for silver, like in a really similar fashion. I could see it essentially moving up to the prior all-time high, hitting 50. It could go beyond 50, right? I mean, if it were to go 8% like gold above it, that would put it at closer to like 53, 54. You know, with it being a lower market cap, it could even exceed that. But generally speaking, I think the path for silver could very well just mimic gold, where it goes up, sweeps the high, and then gets a pullback down here. I'm not saying it's going to come back down here, right? I don't think that. I think it'll do something like what gold did, where it just consolidates for a little bit. Okay? So the other thing to consider is that gold, I mean, look, I've been bullish on gold and silver for years, right? In every video on my channel, if you go to the playlist for precious metals, you'll see I'm always bull posting about them because I generally think they are going to go higher for probably for many years, to be completely honest. So there are going to be some consolidation phases along the way. One of the things to consider is that when when Ethereum made an all-time high, Bitcoin got a brief correction, and you could argue that Bitcoin is currently in that correction, right? Bitcoin started this correction in mid-August, and that's when Ethereum hit an all-time high. So Bitcoin got a correction when Ethereum made a new all-time high. A lot of people keep calling for gold to get a correction, and I mean, it probably will, but I think the correction by gold will happen after silver hits an all-time high. So I think that's what's basically happening right now. So if you're curious how it's going to play out, my best guess is up, sweep the high, fall back in, and then consolidate for a little bit in 2026 before likely going higher after that. Okay, so that's how I ultimately think this is going to play out. We already talked about this a few weeks ago, and obviously we do a video on gold and silver every few months. But all in all, that's more or less how I see this sort of finishing out this move up, consolidate, and then eventually move higher. And gold did something very, very similar, right? It took a long time for it to hit a new all-time high. Once it did, it consolidated for a while, and then ultimately it broke out once again. So I'm expecting silver to follow suit. And we'll see if that plays out. Again, if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and again, check out the sale on Into the Cryptoverse Premium at intothecryptoverse.com. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.